Welcome to TSE. On today's show, we discuss Man U's coaching situation, the new possibility of changing the NBA age limit for the draft, and we bring you the challenge of the week. All that and more on TSE. Thanks for joining us today. With me, as always, are my partners in crime, Brad Hagelin and Derek Pierce. We're here at Valley Road Playfield today to discuss some of the hot topics. Let's begin, guys. With the new offseason brings new NFL rules. The NFL owners have voted to get a couple more rules into the NFL regulations. One that's been drawing a lot of controversy, of course, is the no dunk rule. Brad, what are your thoughts on some of the rules?
For the rule changes regarding dunking goalposts, I really like what the NFL is doing it because there are no positive associated with it. It would just make for a longer game and you're just delaying everything, and it would just, no fans want to sit there and wait for the NFL to fix the goalpost if it happens to be tilted.
Derek, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't like the rule. I mean, you saw on Twitter, Tony Gonzalez was not for it. And also just takes away from, fan celebrations. Like you said, they already took away some type of celebration such as the salutes and everything like that. But I just feel like let the guys have fun, let them celebrate. It's not hurting anyone, so why ban it?
Yeah, and another rule that was changed is the usage of curse words. They've taken that away. They will penalize you if you use them, which has, been a part of the game for so long. Derek, what are your thoughts on that as well?
Well, these are grown men, and, the sport of football is a gladiator type of sport. These guys want to trash talk. I mean, Richard Sherman doing this and stuff like that, it's just psychological, just to get in your head. If you get inside the opponent's head, they're going to become weak and not play to the best ability. So I feel like cursing, it's just a part of football. It's part of nature. If you want to make a football, NFL, rated G type of sport, I'm sorry. Have the kids watch Teletubbies or Barney, because it just shouldn't happen.
How about you, Brad?
I totally agree with you, Derek. I believe the swearing gets into the opponent's head and their psyche, and you want to throw them off their game any way possible. It's all about winning in the NFL and any professional sport, and any way you can get an advantage is good.
From America's most popular sport to the world's favorite sport, soccer, Man U is one of the most decorated programs in soccer in the entire world. And now they're struggling after Sir Alex Ferguson stepped down last year. Should David Moyes keep his job, Derek?
Manchester United fans are not thrilled with David Moyes. David Moyes, he replaced Sir Alex Ferguson, arguably the greatest manager of all time in soccer history. And David Moyes, he kind of struggled, to say the least, in this year. It has not met all the expectations that Sir Alex Ferguson set for Manchester United. Moyes and Manchester United just are not getting along. The fans don't appreciate him. Players don't appreciate him. It's just so mind-blowing that Manchester United, in the first time in Premier League history, most likely will not place in the top four. They've lost so many games this year. It's a complete struggle. Fans have actually did the most and rented a plane and flew the plane March 29th, 2014 against Aston Villa in their soccer match. And the banner said, "Wrong one, Moyes out." Chief executive of the Barclays Premier League stated that if Manchester United continues to plummet this much, that's EPL, English Premier League soccer, will vanish because Manchester United is not as good.
Brad?
I realize this is his first year coaching Man U, but he had key injuries to Van Persie, Rooney, and Vidic, and they're currently in 7th place right now. And Manchester United won the last 5 out of 7 Premier League titles, and they just have too much talent in their team. It's just inexcusable.
Well, I think one of the solutions they can do is start winning, and Moyes has a lot of catching up to do. And that brings us to our challenge of the week, where our test athletes go out and try some PKs against a goalie. Adam?
Thanks, Robin. I'm here at the Valley Road Playfields for our challenge of the week, and of course I'm joined by Alex and Ashley, and also special guest WSU men's club soccer goalie Andrew Anderson. Alex, I'll start with you though. First, I know you have a little bit of history of soccer. What's your strategy though going against a tough goalie like Andrew?
You know, I did play, all throughout elementary school, so I got that going for me. We'll see if any of that comes into handy. But, my strategy is just, plant the feet and, hopefully, put it into the corners of the net. But we'll see. I don't know. With the conditions like this out here, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, any strategy factoring in the weather conditions also? That's going to definitely play a factor today, right?
Yeah, it definitely is. I really don't have a strategy for it. I've never really played in this kind of stuff before, so we'll see.
All right, and Ashley, what about you? How are you feeling? I saw you taking some warm-up shots against him. How are you feeling about this challenge?
I'm pretty nervous because he's very good, and this is going to be very difficult for me. So feeling good though, nervous but good.
Any strategy on where you're going to kick it? Maybe left, right? Try to fake him out.
We're just going to keep it simple, keep it low, and we'll see how that works.
All right, and Andrew as well. Any tips for them going up against an A-plus goalie like yourself?
So like Ashley and Alex, Alex was talking about the weather and Ashley was talking about keeping it low. With the weather right now, the ball's going to skip if you keep it low. So yeah, just keep it low and find a corner.
All right, well, let's try it out for the challenge of the week. Here's Alex. First shot, wide left. FIFA. 0 for 2 right now. This is his third shot coming up. Right at Andrew. This is Alex. Here he goes. Fourth try and just above Andrew. 0 for 4 so far. She goes low to the corners. Oh, right to the right of Andrew, and he captures that one easily. This will be Ashley's second try, 0 for 1 so far. Goes to the right at Andrew again, same spot. Come on, Ashley, learn from your mistakes. 0 for 2. Well, that was a little lower, but it was right at Andrew. Fourth try coming up. Oh! Andrew has to make a diving stop. Oh man, nice kick by Ashley there. Just a little bit too slow. 0 for 4 so far, but almost had it on that last shot. Diving stop by Andrew. And it's up over the crossbar, a little too high. Well, PKs are obviously a lot harder than it looks watching it on TV for the World Cup. Alex, we'll start with you. You were 0 for 5. What was the most difficult thing about this challenge?
The net looks a lot smaller when there's a goalie in it, and the most difficult part was just getting around him there, and using that sense of direction, and directing the ball in there. But it was really hard, and couldn't get one in.
We knew going into this challenge the weather was going to be a huge factor. How did that kind of influence the outcome?
It wasn't as much as I thought it was, but it was enough to affect everything. It's cold, it's wet, everything. So yeah, it was not fun.
And Ashley, you were 0 for 5 as well, unfortunately, and you kept going high over the crossbars at times, but hey, you almost caught him off guard to the right. What was so difficult about this challenge for you?
I think I was kicking it too much like a football, and I just kept trying to kick it up, and it was so much more difficult than I thought it was going to be.
Talk about the weather for you as well. Did that play any factor into this?
What he said, it's just cold, and you just can't concentrate. But I thought it was going to be harder, but I'm glad I didn't fall and slip because it's really slippery. So, yeah.
And Andrew, thank you so much for participating in today's challenge and coming out.
Yeah, thanks for having me out here.
All right, we'll toss it back to you, Robin.
Thanks, Adam. It looks like our athletes couldn't bend it like Beckham and win the challenge this week. Brad, we'll start with you. It's been deemed the group of death that the USA belongs to. They've got Ghana, Germany, and Portugal. Germany, arguably one of the best teams right now in the world. Brad, will they get out of that group?
I didn't think the United States, I don't think they have enough weapons to win one game, like you said. The group of death with Germany, Ghana, and Portugal. The United States is going to have a hard time winning one game. And Portugal also has Ronaldo, who is a 2014 Player of the Year.
Derek, do you think that they'll get out as well?
I honestly believe that the United States will not win a single game in the group of death. United States, they're ranked 14th in the World Cup rankings, led by Josie Altidore, Landon Donovan, Clint Dempsey, and Eddie Johnson. But they struggle sometimes to be consistent in their play. They're facing Germany, who Germany has majority of their players from the best club in the world right now of Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich has stars such as Schweinsteiger and Müller, and also they're very great in attacking and they're a very physical specimen too, and they're fast. Hard for the United States to match up with them. You have Portugal, led by FIFA Cup World Player of the Year, Cristiano Ronaldo, and honestly, no one's stopping him really. And there's a reason why he's FIFA World Cup Player of the Year. You have Ghana that have history with them, but at times they lag, and Ghana got them in the 2010 World Cup. We'll see how they play, but I don't think the United States will do good against Ghana.
The NBA is possibly looking to change the age limit to come into the NBA, of course, forcing athletes coming out of high school to stay one more year in college is kind of the consensus right now. Derek, we'll come back to you. Do you think they should change the age limit at all?
Players should be able to leave whenever they want to. I feel like if you stay longer in the NCAA, there's more risk for injury. And when you get injured, there's no 100% guarantee that you'll be in the NBA draft.
See, that's where I disagree with you, Derek. I think NCAA college basketball athletes should be forced to stay in at least 2 years for multiple reasons. I feel it gives recruiting a lot more parity. If you have players forced to stay 2 years, you have people like Kentucky, their freshman class would have to stay. So recruits would not be looking a lot harder at those schools because they wouldn't be able to come in and start right away. And also for maturity and experience too. If you stay in college longer, you're going to get better and learn more about the fundamentals of the game and just grow up as a person.
That takes us to our rapid fire segment. Let's begin, guys. NHL MVP, Brad.
I have to go with Sidney Crosby. He's the leader in the league in points right now and leading the Pittsburgh Penguins to a first place finish in the Metropolitan Division.
I would say Alex Ovechkin. He leads the league in goals scored and also opens up opportunities for his team.
We go with the MLB now. Over or under, will Puig hit 30 home runs?
I'm going to have to go under. Yasiel Puig, second year in the league. It's going to be hard to replicate the success he had previous year.
I say over. He had 19 home runs in only around 100 games or so. So yeah, he'll do it.
And that brings us to our social media question of the week. Who will be the best quarterback out of this draft class? We'll start with you, Brad. Who you got?
I'm going to have to go with Blake Bortles. He has a lot of size and is very comparable to Ben Roethlisberger.
My pick would have to be Teddy Bridgewater. He can throw the ball deep with great accuracy, and he has the pro-ready mechanics of the NFL look for.
If I had a pick in this draft, it's got to be my boy Johnny Manziel. He's elusive, he's got great intangibles, and he can play for any NFL team right now and make immediate impact. And we want to know from you guys at home who you think is going to be the best quarterback in this draft class. And that's all we have on TSC this week. Don't forget to join us next time to hear more debates and a new challenge of the week. For Ashley, Alex, Adam, Brad, and Derek, I'm Robin Ditch. Have a good night.